This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
This is Comics Illustrator Ron Friends, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
There's a thin line between heroism and madness.
Here the line fades to nothing at all.
This is a world of Capes and Lunatics.
And nothing is off limits.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2020. Who am I, Barbara Walters? Anyway, yes, first episode of Capes and Lunatics in 2020. Got Lilith, got Charlie. Might have a special guest coming in soon, so what? It's far away and his arms are tired.
Did you mean 2020?
I'm sorry, Lilith. Yes, it is the year 2020. All right, but let's get into.
But let's got to keep that petty streak going.
I know, but let's get into that on this episode of Capes and Lunatics, episode 138, which starts right now. Just when I'm ready to bury the hatchet in 2020, Lilith, you just don't let it go. Talking about petty. Anyway, yes, welcome back. I am Phil. As I said, joining me as always, that petty little girl from Florida. That's you, Lilith.
Hey,
and everyone's friend from New Jersey.
It's Charlie, the Professor Answer.
Growing back the facial hair as we speak.
Yeah. Happy New Beard.
He must be comfortable in his job, everyone. The facial hair is coming back. Lils, I thought we requested handlebars for Charlie Esser's lip.
Purple.
Godzilla attacks New Jersey.
Flaming Godzilla, and he forgot what movie the other one was in.
Oh. So, yes. Hey, kids.
Comics.
He's down. Goodbye.
All right, I'm saving a story just in case our special guest shows up, so we'll wait a little minute on that. Charlie Esser, you know how you've been telling us for weeks.
Oh, I know it's raving.
No, you probably don't. I don't think. But you know how you've been raving about Watchmen since it started, the series?
It's quite a good show.
Did you see who else who else gave it a big thumbs up? It was one of their favorite things of 2019.
Bendis?
No, Barack Obama.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw that he liked it.
Yeah.
Well, I knew a man of taste and sophistication like Barack Obama would, of course, appreciate the nuance and subtlety of it all.
So who knew we could ever mention Barack Obama and Charlie Esser in the same breath?
I do it twice on weekends.
Good Lord. All right. Live Hellfire. Did you see they moved up the start date for Deathstroke on CWC? Did you see the date? Monday, January 6th.
No, I didn't see the date.
Monday, January 6th. So if you're listening to this on the podcast today, yes. Yeah.
And that's on CWC.
Crap! We don't have time to really review it.
I know. CWC, Charlie, yes, it's a free app, so.
Okay, and that's
Deathstroke.
Are they dropping all that?
It's an animated.
Like a live action?
No, it's animated.
Animated.
No,
Does it spin off of an established animated or live action Deathstroke, or
no,
a wholly new?
No, because
it's not even connected to the Arrowverse one.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, the article even said they've released other ones that have been related to the Arrowverse, but yeah, this has no ties to the Arrowverse or anything, so it's just like an original Deathstroke thing.
Mm-hmm. It's also not good enough for.
Neither did the Constantine one.
No, I'm picking. I don't know. Maybe
Vixen wasn't bad, honestly, though. So maybe.
Yeah, Vixen wasn't bad. Yeah, that was in the Arrowverse.
Yeah, I like Vixen. She's a cool character.
Yep.
Anyway.
Wow, we're just burning through my stuff. I don't even have that much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Did you want us to talk a lot about Deathstroke?
No. That's
Deathstroke. He strokes death.
Whoa!
Like I said.
Whoa!
Another Wayne Wilson relationship.
Settle down, Deadpool.
They both strokes death.
Sound like something Lilith Hellfire might like.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That is interesting that,
This
when you think about
podcast
it.
is rated teen on a Friday night.
Well, his name is Deathstroke. And what does that even mean? Well, I guess it means the stroke of, the killing blow, I guess it's supposed to mean. Right?
Yes, like a death blow or death. Yeah, shouldn't it be Death Strike? Well, originally. Well, Deathstroke got added because.
I was going to say, wait a minute, there was a Death Strike. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, no, but no, when he was created in the early 80s, they wanted to call him the Terminator. But, that movie was coming out, so they had to settle for Deathstroke the Terminator. And then eventually the Terminator got chopped off.
They just should have given him a cool name instead.
Yeah, like Deadpool.
That is a cool name.
Wade Wilson's or Slade Wilson's a cool name. They should have just called him Slade.
Slade. It's a Teen Titans. That's a Teen Titans Go joke, though.
Cool name. They had a cool name, and then they ruined it by making it all fancy.
Well, it was like early 80s comics. What do you expect?
You could have gone by your actual name in the 80s. I think they could have allowed that, especially for a villain. Dr. Doom is just Dr. Doom. It's his actual name and fake title.
That's true, Professor Esser.
Yeah. Well, he gave himself a doctorate from Latveria U, It's an honorary doctorate, but it's an honest doctorate. It's honorary, but he gave it to himself, and he has it. It's like, like a doctorate from Trump University. So.
Oh, Lord, let's not talk about World War III trending, people. Anyway.
I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you something.
She's drinking apple juice and be merry.
Not to get all political, but I got to say, I really think Donald Trump only has so much rope before he does get a lot of mass defections. I actually honestly think he will get impeached, removed from office through this whole thing.
Yeah, well,
if he does not resign or actually just keel over from a heart attack, which is also, he has been very stressed lately.
Somebody get that man another Big Mac.
Yeah, well, he has them on call, no, I mean, honestly, I think because I think eventually people just get tired of it, and they say it's not worth it anymore.
Well, did I see, I'm trying to remember, but someone said supposedly, didn't Clinton do some kind of bombing when he was in the middle of an impeachment, so they had to put it on the impeachment on hold or something? So there was military action or whatever.
Here's the thing: he could get away with a bombing because we had actually just done a bombing, and
that's right.
Iran hadn't really responded to the bombing.
There were always bombings.
Bombings you're allowed. Targeted assassination, it crosses a certain line, and it's.
Have we learned nothing from Gaddafi? Jeez Louise, this is getting
wrong.
Over it.
Anyway, but that's politics.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
11 more
Let's
months
talk about something fun.
Yeah. All right. We'll get to the big story. We'll get. Come on, Ray. Is that you? No, it's guest 3502 again, love. All right.
I guess 3502.
We might be fading out.
I know the administrators are watching. Supposedly there have been rumors floating around that I guess Disney has been looking at Daniel Radcliffe, aka Harry Potter, for the role of Moon Knight. But then I saw an article tonight that said maybe not.
No, sir.
What?
Yeah, I don't believe that for 1 second.
Which one?
Oh, I can totally see Radcliffe.
Warner Brothers would rather kill Daniel Radcliffe than see him at MCU.
Well, then maybe.
I'm just saying.
Then maybe tonight's makes more sense because there was one tonight. So supposedly the new rumor is they're looking at Pedro Pascal, your Mandalorian, as for Moon Knight.
Yeah, they're not going to put the Mandalorian on 2 shows on Disney Plus.
Why? He's already under contract.
Yeah, but you don't put him on 2 different shows at the same time.
Yeah, but they're not going to.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, but if they don't film at the same time.
Yeah, but you don't want people going, well, isn't that the guy from the Mandalorian?
They space out their schedule so heavily.
I mean, unless the Mandalorian takes a longer break or something. I mean,
it's not dinner theater. You don't just rotate the cast every season.
No. But too, I mean, maybe it doesn't come back for. Maybe they take an extra year, or what if it only lasts 2 seasons or something? What if it only lasts 1 more season?
Look, I'm just telling you. they're not going to. I mean, sure, maybe they do that. Maybe they end Mandalorian because it's just making too much money after 2 seasons, and then they said, "Well, now we're going to have him be Moon Knight." Trust me, Daniel Radcliffe is a much more likely.
You don't really show on merch though. Is the point.
What?
You don't really need the show to be on for the merch to sell. Baby Yoda sells itself. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
And what?
Oh, Baby Yoda sells.
And if
but they are actually trying to build an expansive backdoor universe to this whole
phrasing
Lucas debacle. So they finished their contractual obligation to Lucas, and now they're going to move forward and make better television.
Yeah, but if you do get the Pedro Pascal thing to work, I mean, you are getting the popularity of the Mandalorian. Maybe you're getting some non-Marvel fans saying, "Oh, hey, I like more Mandalorian. Maybe I'll check out this Moon Knight who I've never heard of before."
Yeah, like I said, I think it's too close together. It's like if they had cast.
It definitely can't be known for Moon Knight.
It's like this: let's say right after Smallville, they'd cast Tom Welling as Batman. It would have been very disconcerting for people.
But again, that's
if Smallville was on, they cast Tom Welling as Batman.
Yeah, but again, Batman, Superman, again, one, same universe, 2 different characters.
There was no connected universe back. Yeah.
These are 2 different properties plus Pedro, the Mandalorian, masked adventurer, Moon Knight, masked adventurer.
Yeah, you'd have to do it. Like I said, you could do it. You could do it after Mandalorian is done. Yeah, I know. So if they are going to end Mandalorian,
maybe
Tristan, could you please not
go
somewhere else, please?
So yeah,
just find another plug.
I don't know. I like the actor. I wish they could make it happen. And again, like Lil said, I don't want too well known a person because I wasn't too familiar with the actor before Mandalorian, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, he actually was in other Star Wars.
Game of Thrones fans are like,
yeah. But he was the guy in Game of Thrones. Yeah, I loved him in Game of Thrones. He was great until he got his head popped. Spoilers.
Oh my God, the Boondoggle Jones! Don't! I hate it! Stop! You're giving me flashbacks. Oh.
Yeah.
You were in a music relationship with Gamer. You didn't even know. I have PTSD now.
Anyways, but where was I? So many things. Yeah, Mandalorian. I mean, I would rather see Daniel Radcliffe in that role. I think Daniel Radcliffe would be great for the role. First off, I think he could be.
He's too busy doing milk workers, first of all, so no way.
He's doing what now?
You're breaking up. What?
You saw the new season of Miracle. It's not series. Miracle Workers. They got another season. It's now an anthology.
But it's okay. And so, as an example, Miracle Workers, that is his indie fun project. He needs another, cash cow because these, because
Boy does not have to work his life like that.
Oh, that money doesn't go.
Just say it.
Especially when you've got a whole small village in England.
Well, his parents didn't steal from him.
Yeah.
Look at you, Gary Coleman.
Daniel Radcliffe. Probably, and you know what? There's also a different quality between being a really great indie actor and having a big franchise under your belt. And what I like about him is that I think he would be very good at playing the more mentally ill aspect of Moon Knight. The disjointed personalities. I mean, honestly, who would be really great at that would be Brendan Fraser, but I don't think he's young enough to be Moon Knight.
Even go there.
Brendan Fraser would be an amazing Moon Knight.
I wonder if they were going to go for someone younger. Plus, he's on Doom Patrol right now, so I wonder if Warner's has him under a contract or whatever.
I don't know how strong any of these contracts.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, that seems to be what Doom Patrol seems to be one of the more successful things to come out of that Disney DC universe.
Like I said, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if he wants to. Because honestly, Doom Patrol it's a great role for him. He does not have to lift heavy objects for it.
True.
You know, he gets to come into work eating donuts.
Exactly. Except for when he shows up on camera, you know, as a human. I mean, basically he just does.
But no, even when he's a human, he's pudgy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's professional race car driver.
Yeah, he's 80 stock car driver. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Dad bods are the thing for men. I don't think it's fair.
Dad bods, yeah, just ask Thor.
No, but what I'll say, no, and I don't think Brendan Fraser would do a good Moon Knight now unless you were doing, like homeless Moon Knight sort of recaptures who he once was. And sort of dusts off the outfit and like goes back to being. That might be a great way to cast Brendan Fraser. I think that actually might be cool. It even has that nice mummy vibe to it.
Yeah, I mean, you could do.
Go Brendan Fraser, Moon Knight.
I mean, you could do the arc by Charlie Houston from 2006, where like, yeah, he's been like injured for a couple years, and he's just like sitting around feeling sorry for himself, but then he has to like get himself back in shape and has to fight Taskmaster. Oh, come on, Ray, come on in, Ray.
Ow! All you have to do is say Moon Knight 3 times and he shows up every time.
Let me bring in my Moon Knight expert.
See if he can fight the fire.
Hopefully he's attired correctly.
He's rolling over.
There he is.
Hey,
Ray!
Welcome in.
Hey, how are ya?
Hey.
What do you think? Brendan Fraser's Moon Knight.
Wow.
Yeah.
I very much prefer Pedro Pascal, actually.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes! Charlie doesn't think they're going to let it happen. He's like, he's too popular in Mandalorian right now.
Yeah, I was listening to you guys as I was getting ready. Charlie, obviously, you make some great points as well. But, Blue Sky thinking, getting away from the logistics of it. I think him as an actor would be really good. I think they can make it concurrently with the Mandalorian as well. I mean, much of the show is him with the mask on, right? So, if there's a worry about seeing him in 2 shows at once, you only see him once, I think, in the whole season of the Mandalorian. So, yeah, I don't know. I'd be up for it. I made my views clear on our Facebook group. He was one of my early choices for Mark Spector, actually. So I'm quite happy to hear about it.
Come on, Ray, you're a professional. Get on that mic.
I mean, like I said, I'm not saying it couldn't happen. I just think that, and here's one thing I'll say, is that I get the feeling there are so many great actors out there who all would love to do a Disney, especially a Marvel Disney property.
Disney, yeah.
That, you don't have to go back to the same well, And that's the only thing.
I get that same feeling too, though, Charlie, as well, where we see actors doubling up in different roles, and it's kind of, hang on, you've already been in the MCU, yet you're being cast again. You know what I mean? Like Alfred Woodard, she had a small role in Civil War. She came up again as Black Mariah in the UK, albeit Netflix. There've always been like a little bit of double ups. I mean, of course, as well.
Oh yeah, and I think you can get away with it when you're a small role and then you go to a big role.
But look at Chris.
It's like when anything. It's like when what's his name became Doctor Who. Yeah. And for what it's worth, it got so distracting for people they had to write an entire episode to explain why he happens to look like a character that was in that last season. Because I don't think that was ever planned. I think okay, well, because we'll go back and we'll do it. Because it wasn't like that was the first time that it ever happened. But, they felt they had to go back and explain why this character looks exactly like this other character.
Well, I mean, that's pretty fun, though. Like, it's kind of like showing the self-awareness and a little bit of tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm not saying it couldn't work. And honestly, trust me, if Disney decides to do it, they'll make it work. It's all the MCU. Star Wars is a galaxy, long ago in a galaxy far, far away. Galactus's original universe. So now, now this is the next universe.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Theory. I think Pascal's agent leaked that out just to put it out there so that the fan.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think a lot of them are doing that. I mean, what's his face from Walking Dead was doing that. Had was saying for the longest time he wanted to be in that. What's his face? Ross Marquand. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean,
look, and nothing's been confirmed as well. This is all, and the article I think stated in I can't remember where I got it from. Anyway, but it's purely just he's in the running apparently with a whole heap of other people. They mentioned Daniel Radcliffe as well again. So
he's going to get it. You watch. Daniel Radcliffe will be your Mark Spector.
You don't want that, Ray. You know how many jokes about Moon Knight and his magic wand you're going to be hearing for the next 5 years if Daniel Radcliffe gets that part?
Yeah.
Well, that just assumes that any part that Daniel Radcliffe gets, he's always going to be associated with Harry Potter.
Oh, there's fans who will just associate him with Harry Potter.
Well, you know what? People used to always associate Bill Bixby with My Favorite Martian until he played Dr. David Banner.
Yes.
And then no one remembers because once you get associated with the Marvel property, that takes precedence.
Yeah, but how many Harry Potter movies were there? I mean,
just a couple.
I know. I mean, I think he's going to be always, just like Robert Downey Jr. is going to be remembered as Tony Stark till the day he dies and after.
Yeah, but how often do you remember him from any of those 80s films he did? Because he did a lot of 80s films.
Until we get Tony Stark.
That guy from that Rodney Dangerfield film. Was it Back to School?
Hashtag before my time, Charlie.
I still remember him from Lesson Zero. So that's
well, exactly. The man actually had a whole career. No one's sitting there going, "Oh, it's that guy from Ally McBeal." That was his first big comeback before he relapsed. Yeah, he was great in that, by the way. Oh, he was so good in Ally McBeal. He was like the one. He was, he was like Aiden in freaking Sex and the City, where you just knew that Carrie should have been with Aiden, Ally should have been with Robert Downey Jr. But then things didn't work out. With Robert Downey Jr.'s case, it was that he did heroin again. Woke up in some person's house in Beverly Hills. Not like his, but actually in some kid's room.
Oh, yeah.
It was quite bad.
And now look, he's like the highest paid guy in Hollywood.
Yeah, because he got clean.
Yeah.
He doesn't drink the apple juice anymore. Although he's very, very into essential oil kind of stuff. So they say he's got this whole apothecary he carries with him of all these vitamin shots, and he just I need the wheat because that's what obsessive personalities do. Is you usually replace one addiction with another. But he found an addiction that he could just really get into, and it's completely safe.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he gives himself vitamin natriosis. But I don't think there's any real risk of that.
Oh my lord! Australia shifted on its axis. All right.
I'm trying to get it on landscape.
The land down under.
Sorry, Phil. Incidentally, I've been listening to a bit of. Sorry, guys, a bit of Quantum Zone. Nice. I am going to have to try and impersonate Matt Kona at some stage. I'm just going to have to. Phil, I have to represent Australia on this one. So.
Okay. Oh yeah. When you're on your time off from the Boomerang Factory, as Matt Kona put it. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Just repeat after me.
Sparkly quantum tentacles.
Sparkly quantum tentacles. There you go.
I'm visiting nursing homes with bad intentions.
What was that?
And I'm visiting nursing homes with bad intentions.
Busy nursing homes with bad intentions.
Nobody hated me.
Oh my lord! I'm gonna have to tell him to listen to this.
So much fun. It is the ride.
Oh hey, does everyone want to talk some this week's comics?
Sure.
Yeah, I haven't read much, but
yes, please.
Willing to.
All right. Yeah, let's talk some comics.
Phil's Comics Corner.
Oh, jingle.
That's right.
Oh yeah, this is the flagship show, my friend. He's got all the bells.
This is the big time. All right, what did anyone read? Oh, hey, did anyone read Hawkeye FreeFall #1?
Yes, I did.
With special appearance by the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I wonder why.
Oh, really?
They got a show coming out.
Yeah,
and so does Hawkeye.
Oh yes, and Hawkeye, yes. But did you like it?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone else read it?
There was one point I was thinking that you would like is like Hawkeye breaks up this whole thing the Hood has going on, and the Hood escapes prosecution, but all his henchmen get sent away, and Hawkeye's like, so you had to do one of your evil, stupid plots and ruin all these guys' lives, and the Hood tells Hawkeye, he's like, well, you're the one who arrested us. It's like, you're the one who sent these guys to prison.
Yeah, I really like the interplay between Robbins and Hawkeye. I mean, also, so Hawkeye's dating Night Nurse now, and this is Linda Carter, the Night Nurse.
This is a new thing as far as I know. Yeah.
Is this a new Night Nurse, or is this a previously established? I know there's like 3 different Night Nurses.
I don't know. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, Linda Carter. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're actually. I actually do think there was a comic book character named Linda Carter, and she might have been like in a romance comic book called Linda Carter, the Night Nurse. So
did she spin a lot?
She may be a contemporary of Patsy.
Did she spin?
Yeah. No, this was like I said, she would actually predate the TV Linda Carter. So if anything, Linda Carter stole the name from her.
Oh,
yes.
Lucky little is drunk, or she'd have.
Yeah, so that was interesting. I thought, and she's got the little Hulk was right, like oversized shirt. What's funny is like she says it's Clint's shirt, but it's clearly too big for Clint too.
Yes,
yes. Way oversized Hulk-sized T-shirt.
Oh, you had to hide
in case the Hulk visits.
They were in bed. You had to hide the fun bits, Charlie Esser.
Well, I understand why they do that. Philip.
But yeah,
no. So
Falcon and Winter Soldier show up because Ronan has returned, and they, of course, you're questioning Clint Barton.
Although, what's weird about that is literally like, really? Because we were wearing the same costume, you just assume it was me?
Well, he even says, he's like, literally 3 other people have worn this costume. And I even love when Bucky's like, he's like, Barton's right. He's like, look at Ronan. He's in much better shape than Barton.
Yeah. But, to be fair, he was. And that outfit really, draws the eye, as Clint says. Yeah, it's interesting how they played out. I like when one thing I do like is Robbins and Hawkeye in the limo together.
Oh yeah,
and just and I like the cat and mouse thing, and I like Robbins saying, "You assume you're the cat in this scenario,"
yes.
which was cute. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see where it goes. I love the fact that Parker Robbins is a character that no matter what they do to him, he's just one reboot away. He is like a fictional version of Gwenpool. It just doesn't matter what happens to him. It's like, nope, I'm back. I got more power than ever. No explanation needed. I'm just here. I'm Parker Robbins. I have as much or as little power as the story requires. I am a living MacGuffin. He's great. You should change his name to MacGuffin. It's
how would you rate this first issue of Rosenberg over, say, his X-Men run and the Punisher run? Is it? It sounds a lot lighter, but is it quite? Does it look good?
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. Yeah, I'd say. I'm trying to remember the X-Men run. I want to say it was. I want to say it's slightly better than the Punisher, but again, it's like you said, different tones. The Punisher was a lot darker, and yeah.
This is a very light and fun. Honestly, this seems
it's wisecracking Hawkeye.
Like this might be a book that he's really enjoying writing. So maybe he doesn't like. Maybe he really wanted to write something that was kind of like a little more or kind of fun and maybe even a little bit Douglas Adamsy in its own right, because it is kind of. I mean, it's not quite Douglas Adams level of absurdism, but it does have that whole Kafka-esque, the system is corrupt by its nature, and, we're just sort of wandering through it, and, that nihilistic bent of, we're all just putting on masks and doing what we do. No one appointed us to do this. No one lets us do this. We just.
Oh no! It knocked him off.
Everybody's had a turn. It's fine.
Oh my lord! Lilith just hit the button.
Well, he's gone. Did anyone else read? Did anybody else read Doctor Strange Surgeon Supreme #1?
Oh no, I missed it.
No, I did not.
It's really good.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get back into the magical side of Marvel. So I figured I'd start here.
Nice.
And I like that he's got to balance something, because I feel like when it's just him doing his magic, it's just not, I don't know, engaging enough. Mm-hmm. But he's a surgeon and it's life and death, and then oh my god, what do you do when you have surgery and there's some invading forces? What are you gonna choose? This person on the table or go save the universe?
And it's good.
Right.
It's good when Lilith gives a thumbs up to a Marvel book.
Yeah. Well, Lilith, had you read...
well, Doctor Strange especially.
Oh, yeah, Doctor Strange especially.
Had you read Wade's earlier...
What's that?
Had you read Wade's earlier issues of Doctor Strange?
Yeah, before they...
No, not at all.
Yeah, before they
I haven't read a Doctor Strange book in forever.
Okay. Because I'm just wondering if... Because it sounds interesting what you're saying. He's really kind of changed it, because he didn't dwell on the surgeon thing at all in the previous issues, but they were really solid, I thought. I mean, I don't know about you, Phil.
Yeah, I'd read them. Yeah, I liked them. Yeah, because he did bring the hands back towards the end of that last run. Yeah.
Yeah, but if this one's really good, man, I've got to go pick it up as well.
Must be if Lilith. Oh, I know you probably haven't. You said you really didn't.
That was super phenomenal too.
What? What, Lilith?
The artwork was really good.
Oh, cool.
So the artwork on that book was good. Yeah.
Doctor Strange has been really blessed with a lot of good writers and artists lately. Ever since Jason Aaron's run,
the movie.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say he's more high profile, and yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I know you said you didn't read much this week, Ray, but what have you been reading that you've really been enjoying?
I think it's a week. This one came out this week. It was Batman Superman issue 5. Was that this week?
No. I think, what was it? It might have been a few weeks ago. But yeah, you like that?
Oh yeah. I really enjoyed that, actually. I thought that was really good. So this week, damn, I don't think I've read anything then.
I think it was before Christmas and stuff. I think, yeah.
What came out then? Throw us some.
Last Sons of Krypton Last Sons of Krypton host. Action Comics 1018 came out this week.
Oh yeah, I read that.
Oh, did you? Did you like it?
Yeah.
I you know what? I was in the car a little bit ago getting dinner for everyone, and I was listening to you and Connor talk about. I heard you guys pooping on Crisis, but then I heard you talking about the whole Bendis thing about him revealing Superman's identity and stuff.
Yeah, I know. Connor will probably. I'm assuming he probably won't like that issue. I thought it was an interesting read as well. But again, as I mentioned with the previous, I'm not that invested in this whole revealing his identity. And again, much of the issue was taken up talking about other people other than Superman.
Yeah.
It was the firefighter and then the Red Cloud.
Yeah, they did the origin of Red Cloud and stuff, and it's it almost seems like Bendis wants to write everyone but Superman.
Yeah, and hang on, this is a book about Superman. I mean, tangentially,
he does. He is the high profile list of Superman.
I know he wants to write everyone but Superman, but he wants the Superman cachet.
Bendis.
But Lilith, did you read this issue? Lilith. All right, but no, it's now it's Leviathan's teamed up with Lex Luthor, and I know, right? But they're Leviathan's teamed up with Lex Luthor, his two greatest enemies. It's really they're pulling a Rogol Zar again. It's Leviathan, his greatest villain.
What?
This guy who showed up this guy who showed up 5 minutes ago.
Leviathan, Superman's greatest villain.
Well, they said, they're he's teamed up with Lex Luthor now. His two greatest villains. Yeah, because it's Bendis. And I'm really? This is one of Superman's greatest villains, the guy who showed up 5 minutes ago? He's pulling a Rogol Zar again. Anybody Bendis came up with is his greatest enemy.
He's going to try.
Should have gone with my idea, man.
I know Gus Gorman. I know Superman 3.
It would have been brilliant.
Should have went with mine. I wanted it to be Jimmy Olsen.
Well, yeah, at least I didn't have a history.
Yeah. Redheads are evil. It makes more sense.
Redheads are evil. That's why Lilith loves them. But yeah, I know. Duh. And again, it's like, yeah, this guy Leviathan showed up 5 minutes ago, and it's like, oh, it's this guy who you have to give like a 10-minute explanation who Leviathan is. Who Mark Shaw is, and it's just like, really, Superman's greatest enemy?
No.
Yeah. So.
And it's like, go ahead, Charlie.
Oh, no, I wanted to switch topics, speaking of revealed identities, and go to Daredevil.
Okay.
If you have more to say about Superman, feel free.
No, we're good. Why did you read the new Daredevil?
I got through as much of it as I could.
Oh, no.
What?
It's, I don't know, man.
He was feeling it at first, but the last couple he hasn't.
Kingpin wound up in the hospital now. I mean, I obviously I missed an issue. And the whole, I have to wear a mask with Elektra because she doesn't know who I am anymore. It's just like, and then you have
they saw that Batman thing and they were like, you know what? Let's go with it.
And then it's like,
don't say the B word in front of Ray.
With the client who knows Daredevil's secret identity, and he's like honor bound as his defense attorney to say if you know something that can help you, even though he knows it's in. I don't know. It just the whole thing just. It's like the current Hulk run. It's like it was great for a little while, and then it just got okay. Now
after issue 25, yeah, I don't know.
And it's like whatever story you were going to tell, you either already told it or you lost the thread. Because now it just seems like it's going off on the rails, and it's just, it did not engage me. I will say that.
I've been enjoying it better, but I just want to know what this whole thing keeping him out of costume is. If are they like, I don't know, rebuilding him as like a kinder, gentler Daredevil or something?
Maybe they just want it. Maybe Chip just wants to really ground him. It's so influenced from the TV show as well. Maybe he just wants to. Yeah, I don't know. New costume on the way? I don't know.
Yeah, but I guess all I can say is if you're gonna relate it to the TV show, maybe you should realize that the TV show already told those stories. I just need to tell a new story.
I just wonder if they're like I just wonder if they're like I don't want to say rebooting people, but it's just like right now Matt Murdock's running around without not in Daredevil costume. Steve Rogers is Steve Rogers and not Captain America right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are they keeping people kind of in a holding pattern until they see where Disney goes with certain things or something? Yeah.
Well,
maybe it's just a riff on comic book deaths. We can't keep on killing them and bringing them back. Why don't we just strip them of their costumes?
Oh yeah.
Bring them back, later on, and so that kind of thing to get the consumer kind of wanting it. I don't know.
Yeah, but then again, that gets to like the whole lost my train of thought.
Apple juice.
No, but that gets to the whole problem. That gets to the whole Hawkeye problem of just changing costumes all the time. It acting like it reinvents the character. It doesn't reinvent the character just because you change the costume.
No,
I mean, I like what they did where they had him say, "Oh yeah, I actually just am bad at my job. That's why that guy died. I'm not good at being a superhero anymore." But then going back to being a superhero just is like, so what was the lesson learned?
Well, I think we were talking about that online the one day, Ray. It's like, they're coming out with that new Spider-Woman book, and it's like now she's going to have like a new costume that's more like Spider-Man-esque, and it's just like, I don't need you to keep reinventing the costume. It's like, just bring in someone to tell a good story,
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
it is fun to see new designs, but like, I'm very old school as well. I do like the classic costume.
Yeah.
So with Spider-Woman, I did like a leather kind of motorcycle.
They just did a new costume like just a few years ago, and it's now they're going to do it.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's what I said. It almost feels like sexist because it's like, the female hero has to have a new costume every new time, every time she gets rebooted or whatever.
To be fair, there was a while where Jessica Drew had no costume.
True.
and was just Jessica Drew girl detective, and you know, gee, I wonder where Bendis got that idea from. Because literally she did just wear like a jean jacket and blue jeans, and she was a detective with dark hair.
Well, supposedly that's the thing. I think that original Alias series, you know, where Jessica Jones premiered, he wanted to use Jessica Drew, and I guess for some reason Marvel told him no, so he invented a brand new character.
Oh, okay, so that explains it then.
Yes.
Quote unquote.
I mean, Jessica. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely a different character.
Yeah.
Or well, probably they didn't want to have him do with Jessica Drew what they did with Jessica Jones.
Bendis all over it.
Because not for nothing, Jessica Drew had already gone through that kind of stuff.
Again, our trademark saying they don't want him to rub his Bendis all over it.
Bendis.
Who coined that term, Phil?
I think that was me, wasn't it? I don't know. It was one of us.
It sounds like something Charlie would say.
It's a copyright of Capes and Lunatics Inc.
Yeah, I relinquish everything I say fully.
You heard him. I have it on record. I have it on tape. Legally binding.
Sorry.
Any word I say is the legal property of Master Doom.
No. Me, not Rob.
Well, you're still a subsidiary.
I know. All right, here's a tangential book to Superman. Ray, which you should be reading. Lilith, Lois Lane 7.
It's the best thing in the Superman universe at this point, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yes.
Written by Rucka.
I think he's over his lady issues, honestly.
Who, Greg Rucka?
Because when he was writing Wonder Woman, I didn't care about Rucka. Yeah. But with Lois Lane, I'm like, okay, maybe he just has a better grasp on her. I don't know.
Maybe he just needed something more grounded.
I mean, take away Wonder Woman's powers, and she's literally the most grounded in all of the Justice League. But okay. Okay.
And don't take away her powers. People get very mad.
You can take away her powers. Just don't put her in a white ninja suit. Okay?
I like the white suit.
Oh!
You would, Charlie.
You like Superman 3.
I like Sharon Carter in a white jumpsuit.
I'm sure you
Why
do.
wouldn't I like Wonder Woman?
Everybody likes Sharon Carter in a white jumpsuit. White jumpsuits are great, okay?
I think
it's just not what I want for my Wonder Woman.
Lilith has 12 in her closet.
Like Wonder Woman in a black jumpsuit, Wonder Woman in a white jumpsuit, it works for me. It doesn't bother me. I don't need to see a freaking eagle on your bustier to know you're a superhero. Put her in a purple dress. Philip, I don't even know where you're going with this. I'm talking about utilitarian fashion.
Okay, I'm sorry.
A speed suit, like Dr. Venture would say. It's the clothing of the future.
Yes.
Nice.
In the future, everyone wears the. In the future, I mean, if science fiction taught us everything, in the future we all wear the same outfit, right?
Well, color coded by your rank and station, yeah.
Star Trek. No, it's just like any science fiction. Aliens.
Something about it is so fascist.
well, to be fair, most like science fiction takes place on a ship, which is usually some kind of merchant or
true.
Marine. So it's like, yeah, they have uniforms. It's like if the first time you met humans, they were from the United States. It was like for some reason all humans dress very, very similarly. Like no, we're all wearing uniforms because we're in a group,
and that's why Firefly should be your number one sci-fi show to avoid that trope. There. What's up, brown coats? I know y'all haven't had no content in forever, so that's for you guys.
Fight me, nerd.
If you would like a show about space hobos, there you go.
If you would like a show about a ship full of Han Solos and why everybody Han Solo, that is the show for you.
Again, space hobos. Just because his name is Han Solo doesn't mean he's not a space hobo.
All right.
Exactly.
He was a space grifter.
All right, Lilith, I don't think you threw out any books. What are you reading, Lilith?
So you know me, I'm on the, kind of not the big two. So I'm going to IDW some love with 2 books. One is if you like Constantine. It's called I Can Sell You a Body. If you like The Mentalist too, this might be for you. It's about a disgraced psychic who now can, if you die, can put you in a living body. It's just all kinds of ethically wrong, and I'm here for it.
No, wait, does the body have to be alive?
The foreplay.
No, I thought you said
he takes
someone
so
kill
out of
a
the
living body
and puts you into it. What happens to the person that was in that body?
Well, it's a dead body, isn't it? Is it the newly dead or
something?
something?
We'll find out eventually. We haven't really nailed down the particulars, so I feel like this is a case of all the things are going to catch up with him eventually.
That was my favorite episode of Angel, by the way. Where he has to fight the necromancer. And
yes.
That was great. That was when he first takes over Wolfram Hart. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you're a vampire, and I'm a necromancer. Why are you coming to fight me?
True Blood also did arc that as well. So.
I'm sure I don't think Angel was the first. I just really liked their take on it. Angel, I really loved Angel the Wolfram Hart years. It was really, to me, that's where that series hit its stride.
Yeah, too bad they canceled it.
Yeah. All good things must come to an end.
Well, it was Whedon's fault. Not blame Joss Whedon for that. With his egomaniacism, okay?
Okay.
We'll document it. We'll document it. Don't look at it like
not
that.
Denying, yeah.
And also, for DuckTales fans, Bears and Scares #1. It's very vintage DuckTales.
Oh, vintage DuckTales?
Yeah, it's a DuckTales.w.
Bart
yeah, you know, like that like Scrooge McDuck kind of era. That's where they're pulling from it.
Well, but I mean, is it an original Bark story, or is it like just in that style?
No. It's just the vibe. Yeah.
Okay, it's the vibe. Okay, well that's cool too.
An adventure and comedy. And then they've got enough Launchpad for my little Launchpad heart. So I'm all about Launchpad. So when they remember Launchpad, I'm here for it.
I just say you can never have enough Launchpad. I want to know how Launchpad and Baloo don't have a crossover. I want Launchpad and Baloo in a series, because then it's like Baloo has to be like the straight-laced one, like the professional pilot, and he's like, Launchpad, and that's just wacky. Just seeing Launchpad, just you can imagine.
Oh my God! How have they not rebooted Tailspin?
I mean, it's coming. You know,
how have they not rebooted that yet?
The more shocking thing is Tailspin isn't on Disney Plus, so they're planning something.
Oh, did you hear that? I guess they're starting to add those Fox movies to Disney Plus. I guess did they say the Fantastic Four from those two from the mid 2000s are on there?
Yeah, the good ones.
Not
bad ones.
Well, yeah, any Fantastic Four that's not 2015, yeah.
Yeah, it's the better two of the 3 that were released. The best.
Wait, 3? Don't you mean 4?
Still the unreleased.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Roger. What was that? Roger Corman.
Roger Corman. That was the name I was trying to remember the other night.
Yes, that was it last week or something. Yeah.
Yeah, last week. Yeah, Roger Corman.
Have you guys watched the Fantastic Four animated show?
Which one? But yes, and which one?
Yeah.
Well, which second one?
The World's Greatest Heroes one. That one.
Oh yeah.
Like almost a manga-esque. It's really good. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's there. Honestly, I really think the Fantastic Four has always had pretty good cartoon interpretations, even the ones with Herbie, the little robot guy. He's got the square head.
Prepare yourself for this,
eyes.
Ray, when your son says, "What's that? What's that?"
Okay, but you see Herbie in the comic books all the time. Anyway.
No, he's not talking to himself.
But the thing about Herbie is he's a very fascinating concept, because he is at once an R2-D2 pastiche, but also a Vincent pastiche, because, of course, of the Black Hole, which is a great movie that Disney made to be their space opera entry that they never followed up on. but that is amazing and has been getting so much ink lately. They put it on Disney Plus, and it's starting to build its following. The black hole is coming. The black hole is coming. Mark my words, the black hole is coming.
Should I be cheering? I'm not too. It just sounds pretty ominous.
Here's what I tell you: just go watch the black hole on Disney Plus if you have it.
Yeah,
it is a good film. If you like a epic space opera that is loosely based on The Tempest, then you might like. If you like Forbidden Planet, you will love The Black Hole.
Mark my words.
Mark Luca's words. Even Luca agrees with me.
I haven't seen it yet.
He should. You guys have Disney Plus.
Yeah.
He might like it.
Okay, maybe we'll give it a try this weekend.
Don't judge me.
We lost
Lilith. Yeah.
I don't know what happened to
There's a
Lilith.
black hole there. I see a black hole there.
She got knocked off.
Black hole of Florida. I mean, you're on Lunatics duty, man.
I'm trying to. Oh, Charlie, I'm sure you didn't read X-Men #4.
No, I was debating it. But.
There's basically a big summit of world leaders, and basically Charles Xavier, Magneto, and Apocalypse show up, and they're basically like, yeah, you guys been coming at us, and there's like one guy there. He's the one who sent the troops that kill Xavier in the X-Force, and they're just like. They're like, yeah, no, we're going to start using your own techniques against you. They're like, even Magneto's like, back in the day, I would have like grabbed your nuclear arsenals and like attacked you with them. He's like, no, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to hit you with economics and, all the techniques you use to keep the majority of the population of the world poor and, keep yourselves in power. They're like, nah, they're like, eventually, you guys are going to come begging to us because, you 1%ers, mutants are going to be the 1%, in a couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like something that, the way they were heading. I've been on and off these X titles. There's been so many of them.
There's so many. I know. I've been sticking with like X-Men and X-Force, but yeah, there's so many.
I feel like if you really want, you have to just solely focus on all the X titles if you want to really get into it. But that sounds pretty much like the way that they were going, right? Going on Island of Krakoa and all that. So,
I don't know. I mean, I'm sort of enjoying this new X-Men stuff, but it's like I thought they were going to like use this to make the X-Men like a big presence now in the MCU again, in the in Marvel again, but like it just seems to be like segregating them almost. It's like the only time you hear mention of them outside their own books, it's like. And the rest of Marvel's like, oh, those wacky mutants are doing something on their island, and that's it.
Has X-Men Fantastic Four come out yet?
No, next month.
No. Oh, okay. Because that might bring them in a bit more.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, maybe they're waiting for that kind of a crossover,
or they're waiting for me.
Honestly, Fantastic Four tends to be off in its own world lately. Although that's kind of a weird thing for me this week. It really feels like everyone's kind of off in their own corners. We're almost like Thor doesn't even feel in any way continuity.
Oh, Thor #1, yeah.
Yeah, Thor #1 seems very out of continuity. And of course, Tarot is definitely out of continuity.
Oh, the Avengers Defenders. That's an Avengers Defenders thing? Yeah. I mean...
It's basically a Puppet Master story, but with Diablo.
Yeah.
It seems a very on its own sort of mini.
It looks like it's set in the past, but I mean, I don't know if it's continuity or not. Yeah.
No, well, but they might retroactively make it continuity, but I guess to me it was just such a the idea that it's magic ink instead of magic clay, and I'm going to take over the Defenders and the Avengers to humiliate them. Because that's my grand plan.
Well, no, I think he wants to control the superheroes. He can rule the world. But it's just an excuse. It's just an excuse. It's just an excuse. Well, some of these maniacs do, but no, I think it's just an excuse to get an Avengers Defenders fight. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the thing. It's like
it's gonna disappear.
It's like Diablo's first appearance. He like creates these like great alchemical things that like turn deserts into farmland, and then they turn back, and because they're not that good, and it's like, what was really your end game and all that? And it seems like it was really all just a con. He's just trying to get money out of the deal.
I mean, I don't know why Diablo has all these wacky plots. I mean, he's an alchemist, isn't it? Can he like create gold and stuff? It's just like, just create gold.
The thing is, you can do it, but you can only do it it only like works so long.
Wow.
That's the thing about that's the thing about alchemy, and they even touched on this once with like where Reed and in one Reed Diablo fight several years back, where Reed basically realizes, oh wait, the second your alchemy hits reality supersedes it and it knocks its power out. And that's why all of your spells never last for very long. Because you can change reality locally for a period of time, but then reality just sort of says, nope. Because it's not real magic, it's alchemical magic. And it's trying to split the difference, and it can do a lot for a short period of time, but not for a prolonged period of time.
I'm guarding.
He's not good at his job.
No, he's very good at his job. It's just that his job is that he's an alchemist, and alchemists just aren't very good.
What's an alchemist?
A person who transmutes one object to another object.
Like shape-shifting?
Or like shape-shifting for objects. Okay. Like turning the ottoman into gold.
Or turning a bunny into a werewolf?
Yes, very similar to turning a bunny into a werewolf.
Love the comparison. Yeah.
I don't think they can pick you up on the mic right now.
I heard Bunny in the werewolf. I heard it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's Tristan for you.
Yes.
But yeah, but no, that was my thing with Terror. I mean, it was an interesting concept, and there's definitely some kind of alternate reality is going on because you have, what if Captain America has secret Hulk powers?
Yeah,
which, if they use gamma rays instead of Vita rays, maybe that's a thing that could happen.
Yeah, that confused me. Yeah, like Namor had like some kind of like he suddenly remembered a battle from World War II where like Steve Rogers like hulked out in the middle of the fight or something. It was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's magic. Honestly, it is a theoretical possibility. It's something they've sort of established previously with the basic origins, especially how they've reworked the Hulk's origin in recent years to say, super soldier. Yeah. They basically want to get that Ultimates Hulk origin, which was basically the movie Hulk origin. Really, it's the Ang Lee Hulk origin. They're trying to take that Ang Lee TV Hulk origin and because they can't blow up gamma bombs anymore. It's a poor argument for how the Hulk gets created.
Well, they try everything together. I swear, these days everything was either an attempt at super soldier serum or Weapon X.
Yeah, I don't know. They're doing a whole new weapon trust thing where they've got manslaughter, the man thing, super soldier.
Oh, jeez.
I'm fine with it in its own concept, but it's like, okay, moving right along.
Lilith is gone. All right. I haven't seen a message. Did she pass out drunk?
Oh no, the shoes here. So I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Should we close this out? Because I don't. Yeah. Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she is. Just in time to go away.
If it works. Damn Florida Wi-Fi.
If it works.
Damn Florida Wi-Fi. The Gators must have got to it.
Gators.
Probably.
Alligators.
No, probably the armadillos. To be honest.
Don't you laugh with your don't you laugh with your kangaroos, Ray.
So many.
Well, you see a lot of armadillos, really?
Yeah. I always thought they were a desert animal. I would not have seen them in the tropics. So.
Yep, they're here. They might have been an invasive species, but they're thriving.
I gotta say this, it's not funny, but it was just weird to listen to the news reports saying about the fires on Kangaroo Island today. And it's like at one level you just
what is he, Matt Conan?
There's a Kangaroo Island off the coast of Australia apparently, and now I'm actually very worried about those poor kangaroos. And
don't Don't worry about those kangaroos. Kangaroos are vicious and they'll snap your neck if they get a chance.
I know they are, but it was just weird that there is a kangaroo island in Australia because that sounds like something made up.
They have their own governor. It's run by kangaroos.
I think they're just
kangaroo court, if you will.
Have an entire kangaroo judiciary.
No, my partner went there one time. It's it's kind of like a touristy thing as well. Yeah, pretty small island. Some locals on there. To hear, it's been on fire as well. It's terrible. I mean, the bushfires here have been.
I know it's just
horrendous. It's crazy. But don't want to dwell on that.
It's like
hoping for rain.
It's like California here. It's like every summer California just like catches on fire now.
Yeah. I've seen that. That's terrible.
Well, that's the government setting all the poor stuff on fire so that they can rebuild for the rich people. Whatever.
Clear land, yeah. Good real estate, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
California. That's where Hollywood's at.
Hollywood.
Oh
man, I gotta tell you, it was the weirdest thing for me the other day. Is like one of the British judges on the Great British Bake Off. His last name is Hollywood, and at first I thought it was the rock star looking guy. And my wife, no, the gray haired guy. His name is John Hollywood. And there's Hollywood actually would just be a normal name if it wasn't that there was a city in America called Hollywood.
Oh my lord! You watch baking shows? I'm gonna have to give you a show with my wife. Oh my lord!
My wife loves baking shows.
I said,
and
mine.
My son Tristan loves baking shows too.
Don't go dissing British Bake Off. It is good.
I know it's actually a really fun show. Yeah. Although, man, they did the bread show, and 90% of those breads were cakes. I'm just gonna say it. Those breads were cakes. They were not breads.
Danielle was watching one the other day. It was like kids, and they were like trying to make like I don't know, like if they're cakes or pies or something. They were trying to make them look like volcanoes, with like.
Well, I don't know about the British kids shows, but the American kids shows, those kids are like super advanced. Like, I'm trying to do a truffle flambe, but I can't get the deglazing right. And it's like, I don't even know what you're talking about, kid.
That's like the one girl was having a problem. She's like, the lava won't stick because of the glaze, and I was like, oh, why? All right. Before we get out of here, Lilith, did you have anything else you wanted to talk about? Lilith, put the alcohol down.
Oh. If everyone had a lightsaber, what color would it be?
Oh, everyone's preference? Or are you saying it?
What's your preference for a lightsaber? Philip.
Probably purple. Probably blue, but I think red looks like more badass.
Well, it is the dark side's lightsaber.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Lilith, do you have a lightsaber preference?
I don't know if she's there. Lilith?
The armadillos.
Armadillos carried her away. She's the queen of the armadillos now. Oh, she's been carried underground. She's queen of the armadillos now.
I'm going to go with Paisley.
Paisley?
Paisley lightsaber, man.
What was that?
What's Paisley?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a pattern that's like got all these little swirls in it.
Oh, is he going to go with like rainbow one so every color's in there and stuff?
No, you guys don't know what Paisley is. Okay, so you ever see it's like got like it's like little. They look like little amoebas. Like they'll be like little purple amoebas on a blue background.
Oh, okay.
And they're like swirling.
That's not a color.
Okay.
No, it's a pattern.
Purple.
Purple.
Oh, Lil's going the Sam Jackson route.
And Phil will go to the dark side just to be cool.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes.
I said probably blue, but red.
Yes, I only want purple because I have Samuel.
Are you having purple too, Lila? Yeah.
Everyone likes. Yeah.
I'm probably not a dark saber, but
I want one of those double-sided ones. I'll have one red, one blue.
Yeah, I use the yellow saber.
Actually, Tristan says he'd like a dark saber, but he actually would probably use a yellow saber. Although, actually, I'm kind of inclined. I want to go with a dark saber, man. A solid Mandalorian dark saber.
Nice.
Although, as Tristan pointed out,
it all makes sense.
Count Dooku had a curved saber, which is like he had the only curved saber until the dark sabers showed up. So, There's something interesting going on.
Oh,
with
I
Pedro.
like the yellow curve saver.
Hello.
I did a prison. I'm yellow.
Oh, yeah.
I understood that reference.
You can't come out and say it, Lilith.
Defined as being a yellow lightsaber wielder.
Mellow yellow.
Like,
All right, are we? All right, are we done? We're talking.
Drink Mountain Dew like real people.
Oh! You know Charlie loves those Michigan knockoffs. Come on.
First off, yeah, Moon Mist, not Mountain Dew. Thank you.
Moon Mist.
No, it's Moon Mist.
Moon Mist. They don't.
Ray found his new drink.
Moon Mist.
Exactly.
And you have multiple flavors of Moon Mist too. So actually, Ruby Red Moon Mist is the best. But that's got that.
Is that like Ruby Red Squirt?
Yeah.
Ruby Red what? Ruby Red.
Oh, okay.
What?
Moon Mist. But it is the soda pop capital of the world, man. You'll get the best soda pops in the world in Michigan.
Are you in Michigan?
No,
is the Faygo Factory still there?
He's from there, and he's now in New Jersey.
I'm in New Jersey now, where we just have the regular sodas like everybody else.
Oh.
Sorry,
This game they actually do have different colors, like dark sabers, like a red dark saber.
Okay.
Also, there's also a magenta.
Oh, a magenta. Okay.
And an orange one.
Good to know, Tristan. Thank you. Okay.
All right, are we done?
Yes, let's do it.
You're in charge, Philip. We're done when you say we're done.
All right. I was just enjoying having Ray here. Speaking of special guest, Ray from Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Where can people find you and all things Moon Knight?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, definitely. Just check for us on Twitter at ITK Moon Knight or Facebook, facebook.com/ITK or our email, itkmoonnight@gmail.com.
Oh, and I'm finally catching up on my podcast. So I was listening to your last episode of ITK today. Thank you for the shout outs. I am a proud loony.
Yeah, no worries.
And I can't wait to be on another serial. And did Lilith get her script?
Yeah, I've sent it off to Lilith.
Nice.
Yes.
Charlie, you are more than welcome to be part of the universe. We do need a professor in this.
Oh, no.
I'm happy to be anything you need me to be.
You need a fake professor?
Give me a date and a time and a script, and I'm there. No questions asked.
He'll send you the script, and you're going to record it and send it.
I will do tasteful nudity, too.
Oh! It's audio,
I'll do
Charlie.
untasteful nudity as well, if you ask. But, the tasteful's for free.
You're not a serious actor like Lilith Hellfire.
I want to be a serious actor.
You can be serious without your pants on.
Oh, there's my drop. Oh, my Lord. All right.
That's Wayne's World all day.
That's all right. That's all right. All right. Speaking of Miss Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you?
If you nerds want to hang out with me on the internet, I don't know why, but if you want to, at Lilith Hellfire on Twitter, and of course, at Lilith Hellfire 69 on Instagram.
Gobble, gobble.
I'm gonna strangle you, Philip.
Come up here and do it. All right, Charlie Esser.
Well, if you'd like to write to me in an old-fashioned email way where Maz and Boz once did, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. Of course, follow me on the Twitters. I live tweet things when they're on, and I feel like it, at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEsser. Look for the two E's in the middle.
For quality.
Bing!
Oh, I forgot to do the show social media. Send us your thoughts, because like Ray, when he sends us feedback for Quantum Zone, email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And follow us on all of our social medias. Find everything all in one place, even links to our YouTube merchandise at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio, Pod Life the book, given a high recommendation by Mr. Ray himself.
It's good. Really fun to read.
That's right. See? Yeah, see? Did I say Hunt to Killer, Tweaked Audio, Pod Life the book, and check the show notes for the Amazon link for Southgate Media Group, when you do your Amazon shopping, it sends a few shekels to Master Doom so he can put these fine products up. Or give me the ability to put these fine products up. All right.
Ray, where can we find you?
We already did. He did it. You were busy. You were busy flapping your gums, Charlie Esser. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, never mind. Then I thought we missed him.
Oh no, he was first. Guest go first.
Don't mind me. I don't pay attention if I'm not talking.
There's another drop, Lilith.
On that note.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, especially Ray from Into the Night and Moon Knight podcast.
On that note.
But for another week, we have been the Capes.
Ampersand.
Where's my lunatic?
Lunatic!
And our high priest of Conchu. All right.
So what a tiny people. We have more than 3 people. Okay, you're on the Zod. You're on the
Ray from the House of Zod. So yeah, hey Lilith, Ray said he's gonna send. He always sends feedback to Quantums, and he said he's gonna send some for Spider-Cast. So prepare yourselves for the invasion from Australia, people.
It's no spiders.
Watch your back, Matt Kona.